bald, nice freshy. Look at that. That's gonna be lovely. What's up, everybody? We're doing it. We're changing the back tire on the Hyper Scrambler 2. Bald, nice freshy. Look at that. That's gonna be lovely. So it's a bit of a process here. It's not the safest thing. I'm always worried about the bike falling, but it's the only thing I can do to change this. So what I do, and I think I took a photo of this in the past, I have to lift the bike up. I put old crutches under here, and then I kind of balance the bike on these two chairs with the crutches holding this up. I thought about getting a hook for this and lifting the back up on here, but I don't feel comfortable. I don't know if this is strong enough, these welds. So I make it work with the crutches and this whole system here. Yeah, it's a little wobbly, but it's the best I could do. I already took the batteries out because these are like 20 pounds each, so I was able to lessen the weight up a little bit there. And yeah, we'll get this new tire put on. I'm really excited about it. So I'm going to take the back wheel off in the house, then go outside and we can swap the tire. I'll show you how I do it. What's making this process a little bit more challenging, I pulled a calf muscle playing pickleball. Don't get old, everyone, or at least stretch. One of the two, or both. So yeah, we'll get this done. So right now I'm going to get this bike off the ground. So what I do first, we're gonna loosen these bolts up to minimize any wobbling while the bike is in the air. I'm gonna loosen these bolts up, take the brake calipers off, and then I will go from there. So a little bit at a time. It shouldn't take too long though. Okay, I do apologize about the light. Like I said, I have to do this in my kitchen because of these chairs, and I just don't trust it outside, just in case it were to fall. If it falls on concrete, I guess I'd rather have it fall on linoleum if something crashes in here. So we're gonna loosen this guy up just a little, just to crack it loose. All right, we got this zip tied up here. That's out of the way. Next thing we're gonna do is get this bike lifted up on these chairs. So heavy. That brings the wheel up enough for me to work on it. Now it just comes down to disassembling the rest of the bike, really. All right, so we got the tire off. I'm sorry I couldn't show you that. The camera fell. Now we're gonna go outside, put the new tire on, go from there. So if there was ever one thing I would suggest when changing a tire, especially these thicker tires like this, one thing to suggest, dish soap. I always keep a little bit of dish soap in my tire repair kit, and I'll show you why in a second. You may know this, but I ruined that tire almost not using dish soap, and I'll show you why in a moment. First things first, let's let the air out. Okay, so this is where the soap comes really in handy. Little shampoo bottle. What I like to do, just kind of put some on the thing here. Can't use too much, really. Alright, that's basically it. So then we got the one end off. Alright, success. So last time I tried to do this, without using soap, and I ended up like digging into the rim or the tire. I thought I ruined it, but thankfully I didn't. But just use the soap, makes life a lot easier. I like to make sure this is centered, make sure all this is nice before you put the new tire back on. I don't know if I have a Tuffy liner. Helps out a little bit. Alright, time for the new tire. This one in particular, point goes that way, so you want to make sure you have the tire rolling the right way. So the Tuffy liner is a little bit challenging. I find it easy to put it in there, then put the tube in, and then if you have to fill the tube up with any air, it could help. I just like to try to make sure it's as centered as you can get it. I figure it's better than nothing, you know. So then, the important part here, again, I'm going to soap up the insides of the tire, and then we'll put her on and see how it goes. Don't worry about it. This soap just probably dissolves or something. I don't think it affects anything. If you can wash ducks with it, I don't think it's going to hurt a tire. So I like to use the weight of the tire to navigate the valve stem into the rim, or the weight of the rim rather. And then I like to screw this on so it doesn't lose its place, the valve stem cover here. And then that soap I put along here should get this sliding in pretty easily. And I'm telling you, without soap, that would have been a nightmare to put on. There we go, tire on. This is where I utilize one of the best things I ever bought. The juiced air pump. Love this thing. So what I like to do is I slowly fill the tire up, make sure everything's lined in place before I go full PSI on it. So I'll go about like 5-6 pounds, check it. Just keep going, make sure it sits on the rim right before I fully air it up. Keep rotating it so it doesn't sit on one side. Looks like it's sitting well everywhere. I'm happy with the way it's seating, so I'm just gonna go right up to 33 or 35 pounds. All right, it just stopped. I turned the camera off. This probably took about 5 minutes to do. The amount of air that has to go into these wide tires, these fat tires, is crazy. But that's why this is like a godsend when you have to use a little hand pump or something, like a carry hand pump. This is I can't tell you how worth its weight in gold it is, if you will. We got up to 35.5 pounds. I like to do 5 pounds over, or 5.5 over, just because there's a little bit leaks out when you unscrew it. I like a higher pressure at 35, so. All right, we got that done. Let's go put her back on the bike. All right, guys, so my battery died. I wasn't able to get the rest of that footage on there. That being said, we got the brakes on. Reconnect the hub motor wire, and then put a little zip tie here just to keep it into place. Other than that, the tire is pretty much good to go. We'll talk about it. Let me get the rest of the bike together, and then we will just talk about what we did really quick. All right, we did it. New tire activated. Look at that nice tread. Zero tread. Makes my front tire look kind of bald now. I can get quite a bit more out of this though, I think. It's not too bad yet. Once that gets flat, I'll get a new one. And then what we'll do is, once I get a new one here, we'll take the back tire off, put it on the front, and then put the brand new one on the back. But for right now, we're good. So also, before I go for a ride the first time, I just make sure that there's no wires or cords like in the way of the rotor. Anything that I missed, anything dangling. You can see the hub motor wires out of the way. Nothing's gonna get snipped or caught up in anything. So just something you want to do. Looks like everything's free. Nothing hung up here. All right, what's up, everybody? I rode the tire last night for a little bit after. It just got late, too late to film. Works great. I feel a lot more confident, like it's not going to pop running over the tiniest little sharp object. Looking racy over here. Yeah, that's the new tire. I'm not really doing much of a crazy ride today. A few of my friends are playing pickleball at the local court a couple miles away. So we're just going to take a ride up there, talk about the tire a little bit. It's going to be a really short ride. I just wanted to do an initial ride review of the tire. I know how it's going to be. I think I've had 2 pair of these already, so this is my 3rd back tire. Pretty much the same tire. That's it. And let's take a little cruise. Enjoy the rest of the day here. And all right, time for an adventure. A mini one, but an adventure. Okay guys, initial impression, it feels really nice, the tire. I almost knew it was gonna feel good. It's just I could almost feel it. It's a little grippier, a little bumpier there, and yeah, it's just peace of mind not having such a thin tire back there. I don't know if anybody ever tore a muscle or a calf muscle, but I was waiting for a serve and I pushed off the line to run up, and I felt like somebody punched me in the calf. I turned around to look at like what happened. I was like, what the hell? Who hit me in the leg? What hit me in the leg? And there was no one there, and then all of a sudden I got this sharp pain in my calf. And then I realized I like effed up my calf. But I went to like an urgent care, an orthopedic one, and thankfully I didn't tear a tendon or crazy or like disfigure my calf in any crazy way. Just a classic torn calf muscle. Bad news is I won't be able to play pickleball for about 4 weeks. I guess whether you want to call it good news or not, I'll be able to have more time just to make videos on my e-bike. So e-bike videos should be coming out a little bit more. That being said, it's supposed to rain for I think the next 6 days in a row. So I'm trying to squeak out a quick video here. See, this is where this bike is just a little too slow. This hill isn't even that big, and it brings me down to like 20 miles an hour. Oh, rumor has it, someone from the comments mentioned that Electric bought Juiced. So I wonder if, I wonder what they're gonna do with all the Juiced proprietary parts and equipment. I don't know how much of it is proprietary, but is Electric gonna, are they gonna push out the Juiced bikes or kind of do an electric Juiced hybrid or something? This part of town is called Manuka. And we are going to the Manuka courts. Used to be basketball courts, and now they made it some pickleball stuff. I think there's a tennis court there. Gang. What's up, guys? I'm just spectating. Just spectating today.
No wonder you didn't answer me when I texted you.
Oh, you texted me?
I did.
Oh.
I asked how the leg was.
Oh. Still limping. Getting there, though. Hello.
By judging by Vanilla's hot shit, it was in.
Well, surprise,
Yo.
surprise.
What's up?
How are you?
Limping?